I'm also human and there's only so much someone can take. Just like, why do people think it's okay to talk about me?
I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on this, but it's a blast sometimes to hate on people. I don't think so, but I can see where people have fun with it with me.
Number 8 is only 21, but when she showed up to her movie premiere in February 2025, the internet exploded. People said she looked like someone's mom. And what's happening at number 4? She's 28. But at the Met Gala this year, comments flooded in saying she looked closer to 50. But nothing compares to what I'm revealing at number 1. This isn't just about celebrities anymore. It's about an entire generation that was sold a lie. Let's get into it. We're counting down 15 celebrities who somehow look decades older than they actually are. And before you think this is just about bad genetics or unlucky aging, hold on. Most people assume aging is natural, unavoidable, something you can't control. But here's the truth nobody's talking about. The things these celebrities are doing to prevent aging, those are the exact things making them look older. I've spent hours digging through plastic surgeon analyses, recent red carpet disasters from 2024 and 2025, and the actual science behind what's destroying these faces. Number 15, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande just turned 32, but lately, people are doing double takes. At the 2025 Palm Springs Film Awards, she actually made a joke about it while accepting her Rising Star Award.
I never thought at the age of 31 I would be hearing the words rising star again. So I want to start by thanking my good friends Botox and Juvederm.
She said, and I quote, "I never thought at the age of 31 I'd be hearing the words rising star again. So I want to start by thanking my good friends Botox and Juvederm." The crowd laughed. But here's the thing, she wasn't really joking. If you look at photos from her victorious days compared to now, the difference is shocking. Her face has thinned out dramatically. Her cheekbones are way more prominent. And experts believe she's had buccal fat removal. That's the procedure where they literally remove the fat pads from your cheeks to create that model look. Sounds great, right? Except there's one massive problem. Those fat pads are what make you look young. When you remove them, you're basically fast-forwarding your face by 15 years. Add in her weight loss, and you've got a face that's hollowed out. And here's the kicker. In her 2025 short film, Brighter Days Ahead, she appears as an elderly version of herself using prosthetics and makeup. Fans pointed out the irony immediately. The prosthetic aging wasn't that different from her actual current appearance. That's not shade, that's just reality. And the craziest part, she's only 32.
Tell me about this look here.
This look, this is my Karma Black Beast look. This is my music video outfit. Got to bust it out of the vault today.
Number 14, JOJO SIWA. Remember JOJO SIWA? The rainbow bows, the bright colors, the kid-friendly energy? Yeah, well, that version is gone. And what replaced it has people genuinely concerned. JOJO is only 22 years old. But if you showed someone her recent photos without context, they'd guess mid-30s. Easy. In 2024, she went through a complete rebrand. Out went the rainbows, in came heavy black eyeliner, dark lipstick, gothic styling, and an overall mature aesthetic for her single Karma. TikTok went absolutely insane. One viral video said, 22-year-old JoJo looks 15 years older than she actually is. And honestly, look at the photos. They're not wrong. Then in 2025, she appeared on Celebrity Big Brother, and the comments exploded again. People couldn't believe she was only 22. The heavy makeup, the serious styling, the entire vibe. It all reads as someone trying way too hard to look grown up. And the result? She actually looks older than grown up. She looks worn down. It's not about mocking her choices. It's about pointing out that when you're that young and you go that hard with the mature aesthetic, your face can't keep up. The disconnect becomes obvious. Number 13, LORDE. LORDE is 29. Let that sink in for a second. Because if you ask most people how old they think she is, they'll say 40, maybe older. Reddit threads are full of people expressing genuine shock when they learn her real age. One comment said, "She's only 29, she looks 40 plus. And it's not just one person saying this, it's consistent. But here's what's interesting about LORDE. Unlike most people on this list, she's not out here getting fillers and Botox. Her situation is different. It's her styling. Her whole aesthetic is deliberately mature. Dark, moody makeup, vintage-inspired clothing, a serious, introspective demeanor. She cultivates this artsy, retro vibe that makes her appear twice her age. And there's another factor. She released Royals when she was only 16. That means she's been in the public eye for over a decade. So when people see her, their brain does this weird thing where it calculates, wait, I've known about her forever, so she must be old. It's a perception trick. But still, the result is the same. At 29, LORDE looks and carries herself like someone in their 40s. And whether that's intentional or not, it's working.
Whoa, this is some little hike.
Well, I thought it'd be good to get away, especially from that heartless Miss Melissa.
Number 12, Dove Cameron. Dove Cameron used to be America's sweetheart, the Disney Channel star from Liv and Maddie. Fresh-faced, young, bubbly. Fast forward to 2025, and she's 29, but people are seriously worried. Reddit threads about her transformation are brutal. One person said, she'll look like Madonna by the time she's 40 if she keeps this up. So what happened? Experts believe she's had buccal fat removal, the same procedure we talked about with ARIANA. Her face has become noticeably more sharp. She's also suspected of having jaw filler, lip filler, Botox, and possibly even a brow lift. That's a lot of work for someone who's not even 30 yet. And here's the sad part. Fans have posted comparison photos from 2015 versus now. Back then, she looked her age, youthful, glowing. Now, the consensus is that she looks at least 10 years older than 29. One commenter said, "It ages people like a decade," referring specifically to buccal fat removal. Another expressed genuine sadness, saying she looked best in 2015 and maybe 2020 at the latest. The transformation aligns with her rebrand from wholesome Disney star to edgy TikTok musician. But the procedure's backfired. Instead of looking sophisticatedly mature, she looks prematurely aged. And the worst part? Most of these procedures can't be reversed.
Could I get a little interview while I'm here? Yeah. How old are you?
8.
You're 8 years old? Okay. And what are you going to be singing today?
Don't Rain on My Parade by Barbara Streisand.
Number 11, Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo burst onto the scene with driver's license in 2021. She was 17, fresh-faced, and looked exactly her age. Now she's 22 and something's shifted. People are noticing that she appears older than 22, not dramatically, but enough to spark conversations. Here's the interesting thing about Olivia. Unlike many others on this list, her aging seems mostly natural. Experts analyzing her transformations say it's consistent with normal facial development from late teens to early 20s. Your face changes during this time. You lose baby fat, your jawline becomes more defined, your cheekbones become more prominent. It's biology. But there are other factors at play. Her makeup has gotten more mature, darker, more dramatic. Her styling is serious and sophisticated. Her music themes are melancholic and heavy. Even her demeanor has shifted from bubbly teen to serious artist. All of this adds up to create a perception of advanced maturity. So Olivia represents a different category. She's not necessarily a victim of cosmetic procedures gone wrong. She's a victim of growing up in public while maintaining an image that requires her to look and act more mature than she actually is. And our brains register that as older. Number 10, FINNEAS. Let's talk about the guys for a second, because this isn't just a female issue. FINNEAS, Billie Eilish's brother and producer, is 28 years old. But Reddit users consistently express shock at his age. One comment said, "FINNEAS just seems 35 to me." Another said, "He definitely looks in his 30s to me." What's interesting is that unlike the female celebrities we've discussed, FINNEAS's premature appearance isn't being attributed to cosmetic procedures. It seems rooted in natural facial structure. His thin frame, his facial bone structure, possibly his facial hair patterns, and lifestyle factors. He rose to fame producing Billie's music while still in his teens, but even back then, he never looked like a teenager. There's always been this disconnect between his chronological age and his perceived age, and as he's gotten older, that disconnect has only grown. It's a fascinating case because it shows that looking older than your age isn't always about what you're doing to your face. Sometimes it's just how you naturally develop. But it also raises questions about the stress and lifestyle of early fame. Did producing hit albums in his teens and early 20s age him faster? Possibly.
I'm supposed to carry you back.
I'm fine with walking, really.
Number 9, Millie Bobby Brown. Okay, deep breath, because we need to talk about Millie Bobby Brown. This is the big one, the most discussed case in recent memory, and the controversy is still unfolding in 2025. Millie is 21 years old, 21. But in February 2025, when she showed up to the premiere of her new Netflix movie, The Electric State, with her husband Jake Bongiovi, the internet lost its mind. People said she looked like his mother, that she looked 40 years old, maybe older. The comments were brutal. Articles popped up everywhere with headlines like, "Why are Gen Zers like Millie Bobby Brown aging so?" And it didn't stop there. In March 2025, she appeared on the Call Her Daddy podcast and addressed the criticism directly. She talked about growing up in the spotlight since age 12, about how people can't seem to let her mature naturally.
Obviously, people say that I look a lot older. Like, you know, that's like a thing that I get a lot. It's like, oh my God, she looks like 40. And I'm like, well, yeah, you did meet me when I was 10. So I'd understand now I'm 21. It's been 10 years. She grows. About how exhausting it is to constantly defend her appearance. She also posted on Instagram, "Women grow, not sorry about it." And British Vogue published an opinion piece titled, "No one cares how old you think Millie Bobby Brown looks."
But here's what nobody's really discussing. Why does she look so much older? Multiple factors: her thin facial structure, the heavy professional makeup, the platinum blonde hair, and dramatic styling, and possibly the effects of child stardom. Early fame means demanding schedules, sleep deprivation, potential inadequate nutrition during crucial developmental years. All of this accelerates the breakdown of collagen and elastin in young skin. Millie's case is particularly compelling because, unlike many others on this list, her premature aging appears rooted more in lifestyle stress and styling choices than cosmetic procedures. She's a victim of growing up too fast in an industry that demands too much too young. And the world's response? To criticize her for looking older. It's cruel, and it's exactly why this conversation matters.
I just need to push him away, find a happy memory, and hide there.
Number 8, Sadie Sink. Sadie Sink from Stranger Things is 23 in 2025, and she's become an interesting comparison point because while people think she looks older than 23, they also think she looks significantly younger than her co-star Millie Bobby Brown, who's only 21. Think about that. Sadie is 2 years older but appears about 15 years younger in perceived age compared to Millie. So what's the difference? Sadie has maintained a more natural appearance, fuller cheeks, less aggressive styling, fewer signs of cosmetic intervention. She still looks mature for her age, but not dramatically so. And experts point to this as evidence that restraint matters. The comparison between Sadie and Millie has become a case study in how different choices regarding cosmetic procedures and styling can dramatically impact perceived age. Sadie chose a more natural path. Millie went the opposite direction, and the results speak for themselves. But here's what's important. Neither approach is inherently wrong. What matters is understanding the consequences. And unfortunately, a lot of young celebrities don't understand those consequences until it's too late. Number 7, Amelia Hamlin. Amelia Hamlin is 24 in 2025. She's a model and reality television personality. She's also the daughter of Lisa Rinna, and people are shocked when they learn her age. Reddit threads are full of comments saying she looks 10 plus years older than 24. Some estimates put her closer to 30 or even mid-30s. So what happened? Experts believe she's undergone extensive cosmetic work before even turning 21. That includes likely buccal fat removal, facial contouring, and filler injections. Her thin facial structure create an appearance more associated with someone in their 30s or 40s, not early 20s. And there's another factor. She's part of the Kardashian-Jenner extended circle. That world has normalized cosmetic procedures beginning in the late teens. It's become standard practice. Get work done early, maintain it often. And the results? Well, we're seeing them. Observers are genuinely worried about Amelia's future appearance. If she's had this much work done at 24, what will her face look like at 33, at 43? These aggressive procedures at such a young age create long-term consequences that can't be predicted. And that's terrifying. Number 6, Post Malone. Post Malone is technically 30, so he's right on the edge of this list. But he deserves mention because of how dramatically his appearance has shifted. Before his recent weight loss, Post looked significantly older than 30. His weight, combined with his facial tattoos and lifestyle, contributed to perceptions of advanced age. But here's where his story gets interesting. In 2023, Post announced he'd lost nearly 60 pounds and was feeling healthier than ever. He credited fatherhood with motivating massive lifestyle changes, and the weight loss notably affected his facial appearance. He actually looks younger now than he did a few years ago. So Post represents a reverse transformation story. Instead of looking progressively older, he's looking younger through healthier choices. It's proof that lifestyle factors play a huge role in how we age. Sleep, nutrition, exercise, stress management. These things matter. The facial tattoos are a permanent choice that does contribute to a more mature appearance. But unlike cosmetic procedures that can go wrong, his tattoos are a personal aesthetic that he controls. And that makes all the difference. Number 5, Bella Hadid. Bella Hadid is a supermodel. She's 28, turning 29 in 2025. She has access to the world's best cosmetic surgeons, and yet she's become the poster child for what can go wrong when you start cosmetic work too young. Bella has publicly confirmed she got a nose job at age 14. 14, that's the earliest confirmed cosmetic surgery on this list. But the speculation doesn't stop there. Experts believe she's also had buccal fat removal, possible facelift techniques, chin implants, and extensive Botox and filler work. The result? Comparison photos circulating on social media show dramatic changes from her teenage years to now, and people are shocked. Reddit comments describe her looking 70 years old and suggesting she aged herself 20 20 years with all that. The biggest culprit seems to be buccal fat removal. Remember, that procedure removes the fat pads in your cheeks that are scientifically associated with youthful appearance. Plastic surgeons have noted that everyone asking for buccal fat removal wants to look like Bella Hadid. But the irony? Bella removed the exact thing that made faces look young in the first place. Her cheeks became noticeably less full around 2020, and her face now displays the characteristics look that comes with aggressive fat removal at a young age. She wanted supermodel cheekbones. She got them. But she also got a face that appears significantly older than 28. And here's the tragedy. The fat that was removed, it can't be put back. This is permanent. So as Bella naturally ages and her face loses more volume over time, she's starting from a deficit. The long-term consequences of these decisions made in her teens and early 20s are only beginning to show. Number 4, Kylie Jenner. Kylie is 28. But at the May 2025 Met Gala, people said she looked closer to 50. In June 2024, photos from Paris Fashion Week went viral. People compared her to Jennifer Lopez, who's 53. The consensus? Kylie looked older. One aesthetic nurse said, "She looks like someone in her mid-40s who just got a really good facelift." In an emotional Kardashians episode, Kylie broke down crying about the constant criticism. She talked about how hurtful it is, how she never expected this outcome.
I think with me, it's just never gonna change, but it's just been...
What went wrong? She started procedures extremely young, before her face finished developing. She's admitted to lip fillers, but insists, "It's fillers. I'm not denying that." But filler doesn't dissolve like we were told. It flattens, migrates, and blocks lymphatic drainage. Years of filler starting in her late teens created facial imbalance and premature aging. She even dissolved half her lip filler trying to fix it, but the damage is hard to undo. And here's what matters. Kylie's not the villain. She's the victim. She grew up in the spotlight, was told she needed to look a certain way, and was sold procedures by professionals who should have known better. Number 3, Billie Eilish. Now here's where things get really interesting, because Billie Eilish is about to turn 23 in late 2025, and TikTok comments keep popping up saying things like, "23-year-old Billie looks 32. So you'd assume this is another cosmetic procedure story, right? Wrong. Billie Eilish is vocally anti-filler and anti-Botox. She's talked about wanting to age naturally. She's criticized the beauty industry's obsession with youth. So why does she look older than 23? It's her styling. Her entire aesthetic, the mature fashion choices, the serious, brooding demeanor, the dark, moody music. All of it creates a perception of someone much older than early 20s. And there's another factor. She started her career at 14. That's 9 years in the spotlight, 9 years of grueling schedules, world tours, constant public scrutiny. That kind of stress ages you, even without procedures. Billie's case proves something crucial. You don't need fillers and Botox to look older than your age. Lifestyle, styling, and the psychological toll of fame can do it all on their own. And in some ways, that's even more concerning, because at least procedures are a choice, but the stress of early fame, that's something young stars often have no control over. Before we get to number 1, zoom out. This isn't just about celebrities, it's an entire generation. In 2024, TikTok creator Jordan Howlett went viral, asking why Gen Z looks so much older than millennials. Millions agreed.
It is mainly because of the stress. Come here. We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z.
Taylor Donahue, 23, shared that a cashier thought she was over 30 when buying something. Stories like this are everywhere. Gen Z is consistently perceived as a decade older than they are. And the big one, preventative Botox. 75% of plastic surgeons report massive rises in under 30 patients. The beauty industry marketed baby Botox to teenagers. Get it young, prevent wrinkles before they form. Wrong. Botox paralyzes facial muscles. If you keep getting it every 3 months starting at 19, your muscles atrophy. They weaken and shrink. Those muscles hold your face up. When they weaken, your skin sags. The irony? The procedures marketed to help Gen Z avoid aging are making them age faster. Here's the truth. This isn't about making fun of celebrities. It's about exposing a broken system, destroying an entire generation's faces. Kylie Jenner is not the villain. Millie Bobby Brown is not the villain. Bella Hadid is not the villain. They're victims. Victims of beauty standards that say aging is unacceptable. Victims of an industry marketing procedures to teenagers. Victims of injectors who care more about profit than consequences. The beauty industry sold Gen Z a lie. Preventative Botox starting at 18 would keep you young forever. Fillers dissolve in months. Buccal fat removal gives you model cheekbones. All lies. Buccal fat removal is permanent and removes the fat that makes you look young. Doctors like Dr. Hani Sino warn against early injections. Dr. Shireen Idris says, paralysis isn't the goal. You want facial movement and muscle memory to hold your face up. If you're in your teens or early 20s, listen, your face is still developing. You don't need Botox, filler, or buccal fat removal. If you're older and choose procedures, research thoroughly. Find licensed doctors, not med spas. Less is more. Maintain what you have, don't create something new. But the bigger issue is ageism. Why are we terrified of aging? Why treat wrinkles like disease? Why judge women for looking their age, then judge them for trying to look younger? Until we confront this, the cycle continues. These celebrities aren't aging badly because of genetics. They're aging badly because of an industry that preys on insecurity and a culture that refuses to let women age naturally. And the wildest part, the generation that was promised preventative beauty is learning the hard way that prevention might have been the problem all along. So next time you see a young celebrity who looks older than their age, don't judge them. Question the system that convinced them they needed to change in the first place, because that's where the real problem lives.